I remember I had this teacher in primary school who was really into Slovakian language. She also understood other subjects like the law, for example, literature, but her main subject that she was famous for at our school was Slovakian language. And you see, in Slovakia, we do these exercises called listenings. It is where she reads out a text and we have to write it down. And then, it gets graded based on like how many things we got wrong whilst we were, writing it out. And every single goddamn fucking time, ever since I was like 8 years old, every single time when I actually studied for a listening, when I actually looked into the grammar, I got an F. No matter for how long I studied, it was literally like a curse. And this wasn't happening during these listenings, but it was happening on other subjects as well. Like for example math in the 8th grade in primary school. Like for example, I understand them now, but back then when I was like 13 years old, I couldn't understand the equivalent equations, but I understand them now perfectly. I don't know, man. Primary school just wasn't the place for me. I didn't get along with the people around me. I just simply wasn't compatible with them. And when I did try to study, it just didn't work. Like, of course, it did work sometimes, but most of the time, it didn't. And I mostly got a C, and when I was really lucky, even a B. And so eventually, I lost confidence in this journey to actually learn something and to get the most out of primary school, to get the most amount of knowledge before I left it, to actually get good grades. I lost the drive, the discipline, the motivation to actually continue. This continued until like summer of 2023, when I got into self-improvement and I started to improve my mental health. I found out that when I improved my mental health, I could learn anything more efficiently. And now that I was in middle school with actual normal people by my side, and with me finally recovering from the shit mental health that was dealt to me during COVID, with me now fully recovered and willing to go through any pain to get a good grade, I started to actually get them finally. Finally, the hard work was paying off. And because I wasn't studying for 3 hours every single day, like a Chinese student. In fact, I was only studying for like an hour or at the minimum 30 minutes every single day. I know it may seem impossible, but it actually did work for me. And now, whenever I study, I just know that I will fucking remember it and absolutely annihilate the test that is in front of me. And so, what caused this mindset shift? What caused me to actually improve in the first place? And how did I finally achieve the goal of becoming a better student, a better learner? Well, it's because just before summer of 2023, around May or April, I started to go to the gym actively, like every single Friday. And when I was going to the gym, I finally had the confidence that I knew that if I just go there and train every single day, like at home, that I would eventually get the muscle gain that I was desiring, that the long-term gratification would come to me. And so, I started to obsess about this long-term goal, and I started to obsess it in the right way, because I started to look like 1, 2, even 5 years into the future, and that gave me the motivation to please the future version of myself, to give him a better physique. The discipline that I put in today to work out will be heavily paid off in the future. And not just me will appreciate it, but the people around me too, like my future wife, the kids who will look up to me, and also my parents who will be proud of me, my brother who will want to take advice from me too. And so, the thing that made me absolutely obsess about learning for school and actually get on the right path to get the confidence and to work on the path like there was no tomorrow was the fact that if I study today, and I actually do get good at school, that I could graduate from high school earlier. That's right, but that's a story for another video. And so here's the thing, bro. If you have any kind of long-term goal, whether it's in the health category, the wealth category, or the relationships desire, you absolutely need to plan years into the future. Remember, these are long-term desires. They are delayed gratification. We as men on self-improvement, we don't live for the short term. We actively work every single day, both actively and passively. Because even if it means to not see a single sign of progress for even 7 months straight, even if you don't see a single inch of muscle gain, you have to keep waking up at 5 a.m. to do your exercise morning routine. It is absolutely non-negotiable. If you want to finally meet your future wife, then you have to go through the discomfort of approaching hundreds of different women during like a couple of years, I would say. But eventually, you will find the right one. Because let's say that you cold approach like 5 women every week. Well, that's 250 women per year. And especially if you seek out those women in the places where you found out that your future wife holds dear to her heart because it is close to her values, then of course you will find her eventually. You just have to put in the hard work, and you need to be okay with the fact that it will take probably even years before you will actually encounter her. But that's okay, because she wouldn't want to be dating the current version of you, right? You know, the awkward, the messed up hair, the depressed looking version of you. Yeah, you need to work on yourself hard. And I do mean tirelessly every single day. And so, these 1.5 years that you will spend cold approaching women and actually finding the right one, you will spend them working tremendously on yourself every single goddamn day. And even while making a business, you don't make bank overnight. You have to work on it every single goddamn day for months on end. It will take you like first 6 months before you see your first dollar online. But that's the beauty of it. And this also applies to building your mental health also. One meditation session won't mend your shitty attention span. You need to consistently meditate, gratitude journal, adventure journal every single goddamn day for years before you can truly experience pure mindfulness. But it's okay because after 6 months, your attention span will be sufficiently mended. Basically to the point where you can actually focus on the people around you. But that's a topic for another video. Anyways, what matters now is the concept of breaking the dam. So you know how you have a dam and the dam holds out the water so that it doesn't spill out? Well, here's how goals work. You put in the water every single day to the dam, and then one day, when the dam just cannot withstand the pressure of your hard work that you've been consistently putting in every single day, eventually the dam cracks, and the long-term rewards will come flowing out of the dam like there's no tomorrow. And I know that you now may be thinking, hey TR, all this good talk, all these motivational speeches are nice, but how do I actually get the confidence that I won't mess up, that I won't, make this small mistake that will cost me months of trials and tribulations? How do I know that I'm on the right path? Well, my brother, you have to turn to the only source of quality knowledge, and that's reading books. Reading books, watching long-form educational videos, and also, if you have the money, then you can also buy one-on-one coaching and courses from people who already have the long-term results that you're desiring. The only way that you actually get quality information, which around you will know that you can base your entire life towards it, is by watching content that actually makes you think for yourself and not those bullshit videos like oh, top 7 things to not message her to to not destroy the opportunity of you hooking up with her. Those types of bullshit videos. No, you need to read books. You need to watch long-term educational videos like podcasts, for example, because only they will give you quality information that you truly need. Because self-improvement books will never bullshit you. They will never give you false knowledge. And also courses from the people who already have the long-term rewards that you want to have. They will also help tremendously. Okay? So just remember, read, and read. And also get knowledge from long-term educational content. And also, if you do have the money, just get the one-on-one coaching. I promise you it will truly be worth it. And so, once you already have a clear path, you already have the knowledge of what you need to do for the next years of your life, then you just have to stay consistent on the path until the day that you die. Because remember, this is for the long term and not for the short term. Get out of the comment section, I'm talking to you right now. Like, how do you want to achieve the peak physical health? How do you want to mend your mental health? How do you want to get your future wife? How do you want to get financial, location and time freedom if you just cannot focus on me for 15 minutes of your life? Yeah, that's what I thought. But don't worry, you are not like them. You actually do have some goals. You are weird because you're thinking like this. You are weird for having ambitions. How fucked up is that? I know that those 99% of people who are pathetic, who constantly scroll on social media just to get dopamine hits, they are constantly holding you back. They say stuff like, oh, why are you working out? Just look at me. When I was your age, I was working out too. And then I eventually stopped, yeah, just look at me now. You will look like this too in the future, And then he looks like a fucking bowling ball. And the reason why is because he didn't go to the gym for the past 20 years. And so I know that if you're watching this video 12 minutes in, then I know that you're willing to stay consistent for the rest of your life on these good things so that you have the best life in a couple of years. You are actually willing to sit down and do the work. You can actually focus on shit that is actually important and not just, getting dopamine hits from your bad habits so that you feel some kind of pleasure. No, you run towards discomfort so that you get the delayed gratification. And so, if you want to completely annihilate all of these people that are holding you back, if you want to grow like there's no tomorrow, with other men who share the same values as you, who share the same likes and dislikes, who will be literally your healthy competition on this self-improvement journey, so that you consistently have this burning fire behind your ass to keep going, then you can join our Discord clan in the description, and you can grow with us. We are men who are working tirelessly on ourselves every single day to become the best version of ourselves. And so, if you're interested in that, if you want to bloom like the wonderful flower that you are in a field of mediocre flowers who are not even, flourishing, but just surviving, if you want to bloom and show the palettes, show your beauty, not just the outside, but the inner beauty also of self-control, then you can join us on this path of greatness. Because we literally look years into the future and we run towards discomfort because we want the delayed gratification. I know that you'll find your place in there, and I know that you'll be a powerful asset to us. So please, go in there, join the family, and find some real friends who will constantly make sure that you stay consistent on self-improvement. Okay? Don't disappoint yourself, once again. And yeah, of course, for the first couple of months, when you will see no signs of delayed gratification, those will be the hardest. But you can already journal about how your life will look like 5 years down the line, and you can already start living like him, right? You can already start doing the exercises that he will do based on the knowledge that you know now. You already know how his day looks like. What habits does he do? When does he wake up? How does he spend his entire day in general? You need to journal about the best version of yourself. And you need to start living like him. Today. I'm not saying that you will 100% be able to copy his lifestyle. But for the most part, the grindy part, you already got that in the bag because you've been reading these books and watching long-form educational videos, which are absolutely amazing sources of knowledge. So basically just fake it until you make it. Remember, 80% of your success is not in the physical realm, but in the mental realm. So you need to change your mindsets to be aligned to his lifestyle, okay? And don't worry, bro. I know that it will be a hard and treacherous path of months of not seeing any sign of progress at all, of being demotivated, of wanting to quit. But trust me, once you eventually do get some mass on your biceps, once you actually reach the 6th month and you make your first dollar online, and once you finally get the social gratification from the first woman who might not be your future wife, but it will be nice for the first time, then the hard work will turn into motivation. And after that, it will be just a question of time, of how much you're willing to spend grinding every single day. Trust me, bro. Just work on yourself for 6 months, and the discipline will be turned into motivation. And then, it won't be a question of how willing you're able to work on yourself. It will be a question of how much you're willing to work hard on yourself. And that's when you truly get to annihilate your competition and finally achieve the long-term goals. Because the way to obsess in the right way is that you do what benefits you and the people around you in the long term. It is that you show up every single day and discipline yourself to put water into the dam so that once it breaks, it not only benefits you, but the people around you too. Don't focus on the goal, because that will make you a needy, slimy worm, but obsess over the journey and how you can make it easier for yourself as much as possible. Okay? And how much you can get from the journey. And after that, it is just all about consistency. You can like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Don't forget to join the clan and become a part of the family. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part of the video you will implement in your daily life. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you.